According to Nigeria's Minister of Water Resources, the country will achieve 100% access to potable water by 2025. The Minister of Water Resources made this pledge at the end of the sanitization walk. That's to mark the 2013 World Water Day program. Joining us for more on this, Sarah Reng Ochekpa, the Nigerian Minister of Water Resources. Sarah, thank you very much for joining us. So, Honourable Minister, just looking at some of the statistics, quite scary if you look at the numbers that we're seeing of the people who don't have access to clean water in Nigeria. 66 million people living without safe water, 42% live without clean water, 109 million people in Nigeria don't have adequate sanitation. So from the ministry's perspective right now, of course, you're looking at a huge problem. So what is your first focus right now in order to address this, and what have you been doing to correct this?
Thank you very much. Just now, our focus is to see that we reduce this large statistics of people not having access to potable water and those without sanitation. And since the assumption of office of our President Goodluck Jonathan, efforts have been made to reorganize the Ministry of Water Resources. First, it used to be together with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, but he separated to make sure that water stands alone so that there will be serious focus given to it. He supported us to develop the roadmap for the water sector. He has also ensured that we reorganize the river basin development authorities that work directly with the people to provide them with clean water and also support the development of agricultural activities at the grassroots level. Just of recent, we had the Presidential Summit on Water. Again, these are efforts by the President to ensure that the sector is given better attention, and also that there's better financing. The Summit on Water was focused on innovative sources of funding the water sector, where private sector was invited, development partners were also invited, and other public-spirited individuals and financial institutions came together to discuss and see how best the sector can be funded in order to increase access to potable drinking water by Nigerians and also access to water for other users.
Yeah, I mean, so you've gone to the private sector and you've said, listen, we're looking for funding for water infrastructure, for sanitation infrastructure. What's the response been? I mean, do you have any numbers on the table in terms of what's needed immediately to start addressing this key issue?
Well, in terms of funds needed to address the issues in the water sector generally, we need not less than 350 billion naira annually for the next 4 years to be able to address the water challenges that we have, and to ensure that Nigerians, as many as 75%, have coverage for water supply, and also 65% coverage for sanitation. But we also have a target of achieving 100% coverage by the year 2025, going by the African Water Vision.
Mm-hmm. So you've got strong targets there, and you've put on the table 350 billion naira per year. If the private sector isn't able to come fully to the party, does government have the funding necessary to meet this sum that is standing here right now?
Well, government does not have that kind of amount, and that is why we are opening up the sector for private sector participation. We have also stepped up consultation with international development partners to see how they can pool resources together to support the water sector. Just now we have several international development partners like the EU, we have the African Development Bank, the World Bank, we have the JICA, we have the Chinese Water Initiative, and many others that are doing different things in different places. But what we have also observed is that some of them are all crowded in particular places. it would be better if they pool their resources together and try to intervene in the sector as a group, rather than dissipating their energies, doing almost the same thing within the same area, and that does not really give us value for money at the end of the day.
So listening to what you're saying, given the fact that the private sector will be key to ensuring that you're able to reach your 2025 goal, 100% potable water access by this year, what's in it for the private sector? I mean, what type of, how are you selling this to them? What kind of returns can they see, or how profitable will this type of venture in Nigeria be for them?
Well, we have set up a public-private partnership unit in the ministry. We have support from the DFID to develop the capacity of our officials in that sector, in that unit, so that we'll be able to package the projects effectively. We're also working together with the Infrastructure Concessioning and Regulatory Commission of the Nigerian government. They have been able to screen and assess about 65 projects that we have that are ready for private sector participation. And we expect that because there's high return on investment in water, that the private sector would be attracted to participate. A number of companies have begun to show interest. We also have carried out some campaigns internationally. Last year, we were at Washington to participate in the consultative forum organized by the African Business Forum and the Ministry of Works in Nigeria. They put up that the conference where different companies were brought together, and different ministries of the federal government of Nigeria also shared with the business community there on what we are doing and what opportunities exist. Just 2 weeks ago, the same group was in Nigeria. In April, we would be going to the Netherlands again on a business discussion and campaign. And we believe that through this kind of activities, that many more people will get to know the opportunities that exist, and they would take part, they would express interest and also take part in the development of the water sector in Nigeria.